Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Abigail and today we are going to be talking about my March TBR. So February I kind of had a very set TBR, but for March I'm feeling like I'm just going to have a list of books that I might read, I might not read. I'm probably not going to read all of them, but this is just the list that I'd like to get to. This month, I am going to be participating in the Tis the Damn Readathon, which if you can't tell, is a Taylor Swift readathon. And this readathon is being hosted by a bunch of booktubers. So I will leave the channel that I first found out about this readathon down below so you can go check it out if you want to. But this is a super adaptable, super flexible, do whatever you want to do kind of readathon. And basically what it is there is 3 prompts for each of Taylor Swift's albums, and you can really go about those prompts however you want. You can pick a couple albums and do all 3 of those prompts, or you can do 1 prompt from each album, do like a little bingo thing, whatever you want to do. So I just decided to go through all the prompts on albums and pick out books from each of the prompts on albums that I could do and really just let myself be, you know? So we're gonna start with debut Taylor. Proud to say that I've been a Swiftie from the beginning, and this album was my everything. My everything. The prompts for this one were self-titled, read a memoir, our song, read a book about music, or picture to burn, post a picture of your book on social media. So I decided to go with the self-titled, read a memoir, and for this one, I was thinking of either reading A Promised Land by Barack Obama, which is a chunker. Let me tell you, this one would I would have to probably read this one in like sittings. I probably couldn't just read this one on its own. No way. Or I was thinking of reading Know My Name on audiobook by Chanel Miller, and this memoir I have heard so many amazing things about, and it is about Chanel Miller, who is a survivor of the sexual assault case on the Stanford campus. I don't know too much about this case, but I've heard that this memoir is just amazing, just absolutely stunning. And then the next album, Fearless, prompts were Fearless, read a book that intimidates you, 15, read a YA book, or breathe, do some meditation. So as you can see, some of these prompts are just kind of very easy things you can do in regular day life, which I really appreciate that the hosts of this readathon made it just so accessible for everyone to complete this readathon. So for read a book that intimidates you, I was possibly gonna read this month Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This book was so hyped up when it first came out, and to be honest, I don't really know what it's about. So maybe I'll just read this blab. Zeely Adebola remembers when the soils of Orisha hummed with magic, burners ignited flames, tigers back in waves, and Zeely's Reaper Mother summoned forth souls. But everything changed once magic disappeared. Under the orders of a ruthless king, the Magi were targeted and killed, leaving Zeely without a mother and her people without hope. Now Zeely has one chance to bring back magic and strike against the monarchy. With the help of a rogue princess, Zeely must outwit and outrun the crown prince, who is hell-bent on eradicating magic for good. Danger lurks on Orisha, where snow leoponaires prowl and vengeful spirits wait in the waters. Yet the greatest threat may be Zeely herself as she struggles to control her powers and her growing feelings for an enemy. Oh, did we get a little enemies to lovers action going on here? Y'all know I eat that up. The other book for this album that I was thinking of possibly reading this month is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, because as we all know, the Shadow and Bone Netflix adaptation is coming out in April. I'm so excited for that, you guys don't even know. So this is actually kind of a funny story. I did read the Grisha Trilogy when I was very young, and I distinctly remember reading this because I wrote about it in my diary the summer before 6th grade, because that was the week that my parents got divorced. So I remember reading this series, but but I don't remember a thing about it. A single thing. Nothing. So this copy is actually my little brother's copy. My mom bought him it, he would read it, but I knew he wouldn't, so I stole it. So I'm pretty sure you guys know what Shadow and Bone is about. But I'm planning on just reading the first book. I don't know if I'll read the second and third yet. Because does the TV show go into books 2 and 3, or is it just book 1? I don't know. But anyways, I was thinking of giving Shadow and Bone another try this month. So for Speak Now, the next prompts were read a book in a trilogy or the third book in the series, because Taylor Swift, Fearless, Speak Now, they're kind of a little package deal, Then if this was a movie, read a book with a movie adaptation or listen to an audiobook, because Speak Now, get it? So for listen to an audiobook, I was possibly going to read Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. And I don't know too much about the story. I know that it is like a major twist that you will not see coming. So I'm really excited for that. And this would also be my first Tiffany D. Jackson book. This would also be my first Tiffany D. Jackson book, because I have been meaning to read Grown for so long, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet, and I really want to. Just hasn't been the right timing. All I pretty much know about this is that it is this girl Claudia, whose best friend Monday is missing, and what is so concerning about this is that nobody else is making a big deal out of this except for Claudia. So Claudia goes on a mission to find out where Monday is. And so for read a book in a trilogy or the third in a series, I'm going to hit both of those, and we're going to possibly read The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black, which is the third installment and the final in the trilogy. We're not gonna talk about the side novella. We're not gonna talk about that. We're just talking about the main trilogy, guys. Let me have my moment. This is the final installment in the Folk of the Air series, which follows Jude, who is a human girl who has a sister who is half fae, and when she is young, their parents are killed by her half-fae sister's dad, and that guy comes and swoops up Jude, her sister, and her twin sister, and they grow up in this cruel fairy world. But fairies don't really like humans very much, and so Jude grows up just being mocked and bullied and targeted for being human. And so she grows up wanting to gain power and respect in this community, and she will do whatever it takes. So the prompts for red was read a book with a red cover. Begin again, read a book that you previously DNF'd. Or 22, take a dance break. For reading the book with the red cover, I am possibly going to read Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. And this is actually my first mass market paperback. Look at that font. Anyways, so Rebecca is this kind of gothic literature kind of book, and it follows this nameless narrator who becomes the second wife to this very wealthy man, and she gets to go and live in his fabulous house and be his wife and all that fun stuff. But she cannot escape being compared to Rebecca, this guy's first wife, and she becomes kind of obsessed with her. That's pretty much all I know about it. So for 1989, the prompts are 1989, read a book with a number in the title. Bad Blood, read a book with a morally gray character. Or Shake It Off, make a cocktail / mocktail. And for Bad Blood, read a book with a morally gray character, I decided that I might get to The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. And this is a classic that I'm actually super excited to read. I've been wanting to read it. And this is about this man, Dorian Gray, who gets this portrait made of himself, and he's like, wow, I look so fine in this portrait. I wish that I could stay looking as young as this portrait the rest of my life. And is he immortal now? I think he becomes immortal. Anyway, so he becomes immortal, possibly. And while he remains beautiful and he never grows old, the portrait, on the other hand, starts looking a little funky. It starts aging and kind of showing his true self, So it sounds fun. I love me a morally gray character. So I actually didn't choose a book for Reputation. Whoops. because I feel like the prompts kind of could fit for any of the other books that I was possibly planning on reading this month, so you know, it's fine. So I'll just tell you the prompts for this one. There was read a book that has romance but was within another genre, look what you made me do, read a book that has been recommended, or dress, match a book to your outfit. For lover, the prompts are lover, read a 5-star prediction, I forgot that you existed, read a book that you've had for ages, or you need to calm down, do some self-care. And for read a 5-star prediction, I am hoping to get to An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. This has been a long time coming, y'all. I've been seeing this book on these shelves for years. And I've thought, oh yeah, that looks cool, that looks fun, you know, but I've never gotten it. And I finally got it. And you know, actually fun. Now that the series has been finished, I can just get them all up and I won't have to wait. So basically, this book is about, what's her name? Leigh? We're gonna go with Leigh. So this book is about Leigh, who something happens with her family. I think her like brother is taken hostage or something. And so in order to get her brother back, she has to become a spy for this martial empire. Hello, it's editing Abigail here. I completely botched up this summary. So basically the Leigh girl becomes a spy for this rebel group against like this Roman Empire-esque kind of government. And then we follow Elias, who is at this military academy, which Leigh is spying at, and he's one of their finest soldiers, like the Roman Empire dudes, not the rebel spy dudes. Come on, girl, get it together. And then we follow Elias, who is this academy's like greatest soldier, but he's a secret. He doesn't actually want to be a soldier. So, you know, rebellion, romance, military, political intrigue, cool. I'm excited. Next we got folklore, guys. Ooh! So for folklore, read a book that is based on mythology or a retelling. Exile, read a book that is written by 2 authors. And cardigan, wear a cozy outfit or take a cozy picture. So for Exile, read a book that was written by 2 authors. I am hoping to get to Punching the Air by Ibi Zoboi and Yusuf Salaam. And Yusuf Salaam is actually one of the Exonerated 5. You might also know them as the Central Park 5. So that is really interesting. And this book is also in verse. Look at that. Look at that. Verse. Woo! This book is about this boy. What is his name? I don't know what his name is. But it's about this boy who gets wrongfully convicted of a crime, and it kind of discusses, you know, like the unfairness of the prison system and how boys will be boys doesn't apply when those boys aren't white. So I'm really excited for this one. I think it's going to be a really powerful read. Now everyone, we've got Evermore. First we've got Surprise Yourself with the book. Because, you know, Evermore, surprise album. Get it? And then we got No Body, No Crime, read a mystery or thriller. And we've got Marjorie, post the best advice you've ever been given online. So for No Body, No Crime, I'm hoping to get to The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I have been wanting to get to this book so bad. Can we talk about the cover? Wow. So this book is about this girl named Avery, who's just this normal girl, you know? She's just chilling. And then she finds out that she has inherited this billionaire that just died. All of his money. Just all of it. And so she has to go to this guy's mansion to get her coin, you know? But when she gets there, she meets the 4 Hawthorne grandsons. And they're not too happy that Sis just swooped in and took all their money. As they should. I mean, I'd be pretty pissed too. And so each of the boys is kind of a different way of looking at Avery. One thinks that she's a con artist. One thinks that she's like this puzzle, this last kind of trick their grandfather gave them to be solved. And so I don't really know what happens from there, but they're trying to figure out why she got the money. And the house is kind of weird because this guy was kind of eccentric. Fun times. And for a surprise book, I was thinking of, I wasn't sure how I was going to do this surprise book, you see. How am I gonna do this? Okay, I've decided what I'm gonna do to pick the surprise book. So I'm going to write the 4 books that I've decided to choose between: The Diviners, The Raven Boys, Word of Thorns and Roses, which I previously DNF'd. Whoops. And Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. Now I'm gonna write them on sticky notes. I'm gonna put them in this hat. Do you like it? Wait, why is it gonna... It's giving me very like farmer chic, you know? Anyways, I'm gonna write it, the names, I'm gonna stick them in, and we are going to pull one out of the hat. Okay, drum roll please. Which one? Where is it? Am I holding this up right? Where did I get? The Diviners! Fun. This book got like munched in the mail. Do you see that? I had to like scotch tape it. Pissed me off, let me tell you that. But, so that is my TBR for March. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below what your TBR for March is. And if you read any of these books that I'm hoping to read this month, let me know how you liked them. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, do whatever you want to do. And that's it. Bye-bye.